This is just mixing together the Christian message with the more culturally accepted beliefs around you and kind of making and creating a sort of hybrid Christianity that seems to work for everyone. But really, at the core of it, it's for the purpose of not offending those around you. Hi everyone, I'm 𝗬𝗧𝗫𝗗𝗚𝗏 with crossexamined.org. I am an ex-New Ager and have a ministry that focuses on helping Christians better understand and spot New Age beliefs so they can biblically discern truth from half-truths and lies. Now, in a series of videos, I wanted to talk about 5 New Age teachings that I see entering our very churches. In today's video, which is the third of 5, I want to talk about religious pluralism. Now, this is a fancy word, but I'm positive you have seen it. If oneness was the tolerance sticker, then religious pluralism would be the coexist sticker. It's commonly known as the belief that most, if not all, religions and worldviews are equally true, valued, and tolerated and acceptable. Sound familiar? The idea is that all of them have their own truth, and all of them lead to God in some way or form. An all paths lead to God type of belief. Nobody is actually wrong, and believing that there is just one way to salvation is seen as narrow-minded and very unloving. As J. Warner Wallace once said, "Not all roads lead to your house, and not all roads lead to heaven." As I mentioned before, interestingly, I'm sure this is one of the more recognizable aspects of New Age that even some watching might even hold, that Jesus is not the only way, that there are many paths to salvation, and we all have our own truth. For someone who claims to be a Christian, though, the reason we are Christians is we follow Jesus and trust Him alone for our salvation. But for many, they actually claim this isn't the actual Christian message, yet ironically call themselves Christians. What I've seen that usually happens under the umbrella of religious pluralism within Christianity is a fancy word called syncretism. This is just mixing together the Christian message with the more culturally accepted beliefs around you and kind of making and creating a sort of hybrid Christianity that seems to work for everyone. But really, at the core of it, it's for the purpose of not offending those around you. This is what we see a lot with progressive Christianity. Progressive Christianity is really just syncretized Christianity when it comes down to it. Now compare this to what's called contextualization, which is what we want to do when sharing the gospel in a culturally appropriate way with unbelievers, while not sacrificing the truth of the gospel to appease the people and the culture. One example of this is what we see Paul do in the book of Acts with the altar to the unknown God. In religious pluralism, all beliefs are equally valid and true, and Jesus came to die for everyone so that all will be saved whether they wanted Jesus or not. But logic tells us they all can't equally coexist as true, especially when they contradict. Here are some helpful scriptures that I found useful when it comes to this topic. The first is John chapter 10, verse 9. "I am the gate. Whoever enters through me will be saved." The next is John 14:6, a classic. "I am the way, the truth, and the life. Nobody comes to the Father except through me." And it's important to know that God was not okay with sharing His glory with other gods and idols. This is important because the God of the Bible is different from other gods around the world. We see this in Judges chapter 2, verse 12. "And they abandoned the Lord, the God of their fathers, who had brought them out of the land of Egypt. They went after other gods from among the gods of the peoples who were around them and bowed down to them, and they provoked the Lord to anger." Jesus is exclusive, and He wasn't afraid to claim it. If you're interested in learning more about me and my work and this subject, you can find a lot more detailed information on this topic on my YouTube channel and by visiting crossexamined.org.